Hey everybody, it's Matty B here. Today's video is going to be about easy brick covered bases. So what you're going to need at first is your used sprue. Cut all the straight lengths and clean them up so they're as straight as possible. A little bit of damage on the bricks isn't going to make too much of a difference because it will just add a bit of character to them. But try and get them to be the same length as you can. Now take your base, whatever size you want to use. Now I'm going to use sprue glue for this, but you can use super glue, you can use your normal plastic glue, and just rearrange your bricks. I've done mine in the back. This is just to show you. However, I would check where you want to put your model first, and then just layer it up just to a nice height. Now remember, this is going to be like in a war-torn area, so they haven't got to be pristine, they haven't got to be perfectly in place. Gaps do sort of add a little bit of texture and realistic to them, or realism should I say. Okay, so I've just added a couple more bricks at the front just to show you different ways of doing it. Plus I just think it adds something to the base. Now I'm using sterling mud, I believe, from Citadel. However, you can use any basing material that matches your army. Now I wouldn't be too worried about some of this mud going over the bricks, because that would just add to the fact that they are in the ground and they are sort of dirty and weathered. So what you're going to do is find some sand, grit, gravel, whatever you can. I'm just going to sprinkle this all over. Just going to help with making it look like some bricks or dust has sort of been blown up and it's on the floor and it's rubble and all the good stuff. So this is it. This is what your base should look like before it's primed. So what I would do is I would just put a little bit of super glue on some of the bigger rocks, and that would just help them stick. Because the size and mud is wet, a lot of the small ones will sort of stick by themselves, but the bigger ones can be a little bit cheeky and just decide just to fly off whenever you try to paint them. What's always good fun. And this is how it looks now it's all primed. Now on to the best bit in my opinion, the painting. Okay, so what you want to do is your base color. I'm using warm brown from Pro Acryl. However, use whatever color you like. Pro Acryl for me is like one of the best paints out there, but then I by no means haven't tried them all. Okay, so while we're doing the base color, I just want to take this opportunity just to thank everybody who watched the last video of the crystal base. On the time of recording this, there was just under 1,000 views, what is just mind-blowing. So thank you very much, and for all the people that commented, thank you so much. It really means a lot. I'm glad it sort of helped. So back onto the bricks. Now we're going to use Blood Red from TT Combat, another one of my favorite paints, I have to say. All the colors I've tried are just glorious. So when it comes to the color of the bricks you want to do, there is so many different types of brickwork out there. I've put some pictures on the screen just so you can do the different types, the textures. However, you do what works best for you. So what we're doing here is we're just going to paint the stones. This is Admiralty Grey with just a little bit of black in. Admiralty Grey is another one from TT Combat. I'm probably saying that wrong, but so just do all the stones, and this will just add a bit of feature. I am going to put an all over wash over this, the base, the bricks, so I want to be quite bright at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dry brush or any brush, and I'm just going to stipple on some bright orange onto a couple of the bricks. So my idea for these bricks is going to be 3-toned brick wall. So just to add a variety, just something so you can see the different colours. And I personally like the brick walls that are multiple colours. So what we're going to do here is we've got Mephiston Red. So we're going to just paint that onto a couple of the bricks. Now I know it looks quite bright at the moment, but like I say, we are going to add a wash to this, so please be patient. Don't go, oh my god, what's going on here? It does sort of work in the end, and just be confident. Like, it's all about trial and error. If it doesn't work, what do? Paint over it. Okay, so we're going to go back over with blood red on the last bricks, just to give them a full coat of that colour. And like I say, don't worry about if it goes onto the base, because we can just clean that up. That's not an issue. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take that orange, we're going to add a little bit of yellow to it, and we're just going to stipple over the bricks we stippled earlier. This is just going to give the bricks a sort of two-tone effect, add a little bit of character to them, and almost like add as like a very subtle highlight. Now, like I say, you can do these bricks any colour you like, whatever matches your army, your theme. A lot of Warhammer stuff is more gothic style, so be more of the greys and the sort of purple tones, I would say. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just, with a lighter brown, I believe this is Beastie Brown from Vallejo, I'm just going to quickly dry brush all over the base, just to add a little bit of texture, highlight, and also to add a different colour to the base that will slightly come through when we do the wash at the end. Now, a lot of people don't really like washes. When it comes to bases, it seems to work quite well. I don't really use them on my models, apart from when I'm doing leather, because Drukhari purple, or violet, sorry, is just the best to get like a really dark, warm leather colour. So all I'm doing is with a grey with a lot more white added to it, probably 2 parts grey to 1 part white, and I'm just highlighting the rubble, the stones, just to help them sort of pop a little bit more, add a bit more contrast. Okay, so what you're going to do is get Aggro Surf Shade and paint the whole thing. A few moments later. Okay, so now it's had its wash. Let it dry fully. Add your tufts of choice, and we're done. So yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching the video. Please hit the like, the subscribe button. Got another video coming out next week, but until then, be awesome.